Welcome back. We have here with us no other than Mr. Samuel Kisi Ado. He is a public policy analyst and a social commentator. It's a pleasure to have you here with us, sir. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Chidima. It's good to be here.
It's good to have you here. Right into the story for today. We have that the Governor Peter Mbah's administration in Enugu State has explained why it particularly failed to deliver on its promise to provide pipe-borne water to every home in the state's capital within 180 days. During the 2025 budget breakdown at NUG Press Center on Thursday, the state's commissioner for budget and planning, Mr. Chris Roberts Ozungu, while fielding questions from journalists on why the administration have failed to provide Enugu residents with water, said the administration underestimated the enormity of the water challenges in the state's capital when making the promise. During his campaign, Governor Mbah vowed to provide adequate potable pipe-borne water supply to every home in the state's capital within 180 days in office. Although the government inaugurated the rehabilitated 9th Mile Water Project started by the previous administration within the time frame, residents still lack access to water 19 months into the administration. The ongoing severe harmattan has exacerbated the situation, with several wells drying up ahead of the Christmas holiday, forcing residents to resort to buying sachet water to tank water, thereby increasing their economic burden. We're actually talking about integrity, you know, and then I don't know how to put this here, that before you get into office, we get most of this political candidates that want to assume office, make promises, make lists of things they will do while in office, and most oftentimes they give duration of times when these things will happen. And then the Enugu State Governor Mbah has also is one of them that actually made this promise to the citizens of the state, the residents of the states, that he will deliver pipe-borne water after 180 days in office. But here we have it that he hasn't fulfilled any of that, with several challenges that he gave. But I'd love to get your thoughts on this. What do you have to say about the situation?
Oh, well, thank you, Chidima. The point is number one, it is sad for the people of Enugu that they could not get water at a time like this,
okay,
when they need water. But I'm not really blaming the governor. It's not a blame thing, actually.
Okay.
It's not that you have to blame and blame and blame, no. But I want to say this. The governor running for an elective office, the high office of the governor, is one that takes responsibility for everything that goes on in the state. And it is rather unfortunate. In the first place, I think maybe the commissioner does not know how to respond to issues like this.
Okay.
But, you know, to give the understanding and the impression that the governor did not realize how important the issue of water is in a state like Enugu State, I don't think they should even go that way. Because we all know, I mean, if you're from the southeast, you know that water is a problem in Enugu State. And so even when they have it, they don't have enough. Apart from the fact that they do not have enough, they don't have good quality water as well. You see, so in the first place, the way to take responsibility is simple. You begin from somewhere. And how you begin is, if you will intend to make a difference coming into office, while you're about your campaign, you should have a think tank. You should have a think tank that will discuss, I would take the entire things, that the entire important points that you're coming up with. You want to provide water. You want to provide transportation. You want to provide portable and affordable housing, things like that. You bring them together. They will have to think. They must not be the ones to go about with you to every local government and every ward to say you're campaigning. No, they are supposed to be experts. They can do their work while your campaign train is moving ahead. They can come behind and be doing their work. They will be the one to find out what the problem of this ward is, what the problem this government is, this senatorial zone, what is their problem, how can we deal with it? And they bring all this. These are things for a state like Enugu, they can do all this in like 1 month. You understand? They bring all these issues together and start to look at it, to find the best and the easiest way for the governor to handle it. So for them to say that they did not realize the enormity of the water problem in Enugu is sad. They should not be saying that. And I think if the governor will have people that he will listen to, they should tell him that statement should be withdrawn. Because you're coming into office, you're supposed to understand the situation with your people. These are people you want to serve. So to come into office and now give them, oh, I didn't know how serious the problem is. No. That's a no-brainer.
So why would he give a word that you don't need to know the enormity of a particular situation before you actually decide to do it? You have given a word out. Whether it's something that was not of a big value, but this is a word you have given out. It is of integrity, quality, or value that you deliver that promise that has been made, because you're like, oh, I really don't know how they put their words when they are campaigning for a particular position, but I know he would have said lots of things, and this water issue would have been one of the a serious, severe situation in Enugu State, like you mentioned, and then the people would have actually gotten overwhelmed, happy and excited about it, and like, okay, this man actually means well for us, for him to bring this situation. So whether it was a big deal at the time or the situation wasn't a big one, you have given a word. Like I talked about the integrity aspects that we talked of, keeping to words that you stated, and then you talked about serving the people. Even in as much as, let's say he did not come intent to give absolute power of pipe-borne water. There could be some communities that would benefit. Okay, they would be like, oh yes, he actually did it, but not every part of the state. So but I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, because you said you do not blame him. It's not every time you blame people about things, but I still want you to throw more light on that aspect of integrity.
Yes. That part is actually a fundamental aspect of what we are talking about. When I said I didn't blame the governor, it's like for me, it's like, I mean, what because from what you understand here, from what we understand about this story, it was not the governor that was talking.
The commissioner.
So in my mind, I was like, what do these people take people for? But even if, and I agree with you when you said that you don't really need to understand the enormity of the problem. Look, you have made a promise. You have to get down and go about it. You have to get down and go about it. It does not matter what it takes. It's a good thing. For me, they already have a good start. Somewhere around 9th Mile, that there was a water project that was uncompleted from the previous regime. So go ahead. You have done something about that. Go ahead. Go ahead. If you have to send send a rig to every constituency to drill and get clean water for the people, do it. It must not be easy. And this is one thing I tell Nigerian politicians. It must not be easy. And President Goodluck Jonathan made that statement a few weeks back when he was talking to a governor, and he said, look, there are battles to fight. it must not be easy. You know, we had a situation where we had a president who was just sitting down, gallivanting, and we just sit down and say, I am not aware, for crying out loud. It was like, what is this? We play too much. You know, why do you really need to, do you even need to understand the enormity of the problem? You have experts. You have career civil servants. You have technocrats who will be working with you, who are already in government. So what are you doing with them? What are you doing with them? You should be able to manage we should be able to manage what they have in them to come up with results. So when you now say you do not understand, you did not understand the enormity of the problem. Look, in places where democracy is working, people don't talk like that.
Okay. Talking about democracy, Mr. Kelsey, do you think most of these political aspirants that want to get into office say certain things so they can be voted into power, they can be voted into a position, or they met what they say? Because this is one of the many situations that has been on in the country.
That's the problem of the foundation that's a problem of the kind of foundation we have laid, or somehow we have laid for our democracy, which is very wrong. Let me tell you, the way it is supposed to work is simple. The aspirant, is it? I don't know which one it is now, but the person that is going for the elective office, like I said, is supposed to have people, maybe some eggheads, maybe like perhaps experts, like a think tank. I will provide water for my people in every precinct, in every senatorial zone. There should not be even many, maybe 5 of them, they put it down. You know, as he's campaigning. When they put it down, they sit down immediately and try to work out. Take for instance, in places where democracy is working, and people will hold you to what you say, because democracy is the government of the people. Yeah, it is people power. You know, the power doesn't belong to you, it belongs to the people. And so when they say we are going to tackle this, people will immediately, people who want their job, who are doing their job, and who want their job, and who want the governor to succeed, they immediately come together. You know, they put it down, they come together, and at the next meeting, when the governor is meeting with them, they are coming up with solutions and ways to handle that problem that the governor said he was going to handle. That's how it works. Because the governor is not omniscient. You know, he cannot know, he doesn't know everything. You understand?
Yes.
So people must be on hand to assist him.